Ladies and gentlemen, welcome to my channel. We are playing American Truck Simulator. We're in the Lone Star International. We're going to look for short trips tonight because I do have to go to bed soon. So we are going to do, we're not going to go Santa Fe to Santa Fe. We're going to do a little bit longer than that. I'd like to get a trip up into Utah if possible. So let's see if we can see the old UT. That's what we're looking for here. New Mexico, Arizona, New Mexico, Utah. We're going to go to Moab. That should be a pretty drive. Let's see. Or we could see, let's see, what city is this? St. George or Page would be beautiful. Yeah, that's the Lone Star, the ugly truckling. I made myself laugh. Hopefully I made other people laugh too. I do find it funny that I find myself funny. All right, so here we go. Page, Camp Verde, Cedar City, St. George, Grand Canyon Village. Where's Camp Verde? No, I want to go into Nogales. No. Yeah, Moab is absolutely gorgeous. It's been years since I've been through there, but you got some cool parks by Moab too. Arches National Park, Bridges National Park, Dead Horse Canyon, to name a few. It's just a gorgeous area. All kinds of amazing scenery. It's the place where the wind has blown holes through the rocks, and it's just so cool. Nope, I had it and I lost it. Hang on. Raton. Page, Flagstaff, Moab. There we go. We're taking, wow, is that a non-paying job? But okay. So this is American Truck Simulator. For those of you that haven't seen it, great game. And it's the middle of the night, which I don't want. What the heck? There we go. My lights were not coming on because the truck was still off. So we are in the Lone Star truck. I love and hate this truck. I hate the mirror setup on this truck, which is why I don't have my, since I don't have my track IR, I'm using the cheater mirrors in the game like we did in ETS2. But I love the interior of the truck. So it's kind of a hard one because I love to me this is, I like seeing the hood. So in a way, it's like an old truck, but yet it still has like the modern cab inside. It's just like a good balance. The gauges are very clear. They're easy to read. They're right in your face. It's got a great size, good size GPS on the dashboard. So all in all, this truck for me is a winner. I do like the way it looks from the inside. I don't like the way it looks from the outside, but it's a little too PT Cruiser looking for me. But it also gets fairly decent gas mileage. Yellowstone or the Tetons. There you go. The Snake River. Yeah, the Grand Canyon's not the only amazing canyon out there. Yep, the 579, great truck. Yep. Yeah, Idaho's beautiful too. Yep, I remember Idaho being pretty impressive. As a young lad, I was quite impressed with the scenery. As a teenager. I think I was out in Idaho when I was like 17 or 18. I need to see. We need to spend the night. I don't want to drive. Okay, there's a bed right next to our pickup point, so we'll rest there and then pick up the cargo in the morning. Is the sound loud enough for you guys? It seems like it's really quiet. Hang on, let me make some adjustments here. Oh, that's why. Yeah, it should be up here. I had it turned down because we were watching TV. Really? It's got to reload just because I changed the volume. No, you can. I think I could be wrong about this, Red Alpha, but I think you can still rest even if you don't own the garage. But I will park my trailers elsewhere because I can't get them in where you sleep. But there is a sleeping spot even if you don't own it. That's better. Now we can hear it. Engine brake use prohibited. What? Says who? Oops, sorry. There we go. Really? You're having electrical issues? Interesting. Sounds like a British problem. Like, I guess their British cars are well known for electrical issues, or just not working at all, like the electrics. And here we are in downtown. I could live in Santa Fe. I love it. You kind of don't see the mountains in the game, but in real life, Santa Fe sits under this huge mountain range, and it's absolutely beautiful. It's like stunning. And the game just kind of, they missed it. All right, so what we're gonna do is we're gonna go into Charged and grab our load, and then I'm gonna leave the trailers there and park over at the garage for the night, and then come back and get the trailers in the morning. This is a move that probably could happen, because we can pretend like it takes them all night to load it. Yeah, me too, Chuck. No, I totally agree with that. How you doing, Chuck, by the way? It's good to see you. Wait, what? Oh, I screwed up. Oh well. All right, so we're gonna disconnect our trailer. And leave it. Oh, what an ugly truck, man. So ugly. Anyway, I think you guys will be happy to know I will, once I return back home here in about 2 weeks, week and a half. That Thursday, I will be doing my summer car as long as I'm home. It depends on some of the flights that we've been finding have been terrible, like 3-day flights. So I don't know how long it's going to take me to get home. It might take me actually. I'm leaving on the 24th, but it might take me days to get back to America, depending on what kind of flights we can arrange. So. You know, technically I should be able to get there with not too much time loss, because it's a 5-hour flight, but it's also a 5-hour time difference. So just the interchange between America and, you know, like the flight in America will take a little extra time. But if I leave here no, you're right, I can't do it. I really thought last time I was through here I could stop. Or do I own this garage? No, I don't think I do. Nope. Let's just poke around real slow and see if we can find a park spot. It's very possible, Red Alpha, because sometimes the flights. I hope to God I don't end up going through Florida, because that's like an extra. I want to say it's an extra 18 hours. 18 hours. What am I saying? It's an extra 4 hours. It's like on a 5-hour flight. If I go to Florida, it ends up being a 9-hour flight. I don't really want to get on another 9-hour flight, but it does happen sometimes. So life interferes. It does. That's okay. Don't worry about it. You don't have to feel bad about it. It happens to me all the time. So I don't stream all the time, because I'm like, oops, I got something going on today. Can't stream. All right, I'll try one more time, JWA, but it's not looking good. Yeah, that's what I thought I had too, was the front door. Like you won't be able to go in, but you should still be able to sleep. But yeah, that's what I've done it before. That's why I'm kind of like surprised I'm not able to do it this time. I think I might have even slept here. Yep, there it is. Nope, that's not it. I know. Well, I'm almost too big. what's up? How you doing, Mr. Humphrey? See, the last time I did it, Jarrett, was right here. It was like the trigger was like right in this area. But it's trying to sell me the property, so. No dice. Okay, well, we're going to have to drive at night for a little while, folks. Sorry about that. Like I said, I prefer not to, but we don't have a choice, apparently. Boy, I just have steel wheels on here, don't I? We're going to have to upgrade that. I am doing well, my friend. Thank you. Got a night off from the kids, so it's a quiet night here. Moni's passed out on the couch. Oh, wow. Man, that'd be so nice to fly business. Yeah, economy's horrible. Right, exactly. No, I don't. Well, I'm not doing the. Yeah, I don't have to sleep, but I want to for the video's sake. I hate driving at night because it's hard to see anything. Obviously, I want you guys to be able to see everything. So, as soon as we find a sleep spot, we'll stop. But I can't sleep there, so making the turn. Not really making it. Yeah, we both. The last couple days have been long days, and she didn't sleep much last night. She streamed too late. I told her to go to bed, and she just stayed up later than she should have. But I am in a state of denial. No, I'm in Santa Fe, New Mexico, and we are going to be heading up. Short trip tonight up to Moab in Utah. So about maybe like a half an hour, 45 minutes. It's not the issue. It's for the viewer. It's for you, the viewer. So, for a better experience as a viewer. Yeah, I love it. It's gorgeous. Ka-ching. Let's get out of here. And off we go. So we got our choo-choo train. We're pulling out. I do like the way that this game does reduce traffic when you're playing on the evenings, like when it's nighttime. The traffic does thin out. How's it going, Derek? Good to see ya. Well, oh no, Jacob, what's that? What hast thou found disturbing, my friend? You wonder if they have a snub-nosed Lone Star. No, they don't. I wonder if you could actually just get it in there, though, like mod it in. Oh, that's cool, Derek. That's fun. Sounds like a neat... it kind of seems like it would be a fun job. Playing around in cars at night in the snow is fun. I've always enjoyed driving at night in the snow. As long as I'm in control. If I'm sliding around and crashing, well, that's not fun, but... All right, so here we go. Well, we're going to drive at night. Sorry, guys. Nothing I can do until we come across the sleep area. Let's see. He told you that drivers and companies can't find freight leaving California. There's plenty of freight literally everywhere other than California. Why would that be? They can't find freight leaving. So they get into California to deliver, but there's no freight coming out of California. Yeah, that's true. The snow makes everything brighter. Right. You love it too, Derek? Yeah. Like, I like playing with RC trucks in the snow at night. That's a lot of fun going out there when they have the lights on. They light everything up. My RC trucks do pretty well, and I take them out sometimes when it's snowy. As long as they don't get in the salt. Like, I keep them away from where the trucks have operated, because otherwise they'll get all, rusty. But, nope. Oh, yep. Timmy says not true. That's good to know. Oh, unless there's, yeah, like not a lot of stuff coming in from China because of the coronavirus. I know they've got it here in the UK. I was a little bit afraid that I'm not going to be able to get out. That they're going to, but I think they've got it under control now. I think there's some cases in the US too, which makes it a little bit less likely to happen that I get stuck here, but maybe that's the wrong wording, stuck. I get to stay here with my wife, which is, I wouldn't mind. But I do need to get back. We are getting a little bit financially desperate here, and I have people calling now wanting me to come do work, so that's time. That's a sign to me that it's time to get back to the States and get working. So that's weird. It's a severe problem. Yep, I kept this truck on the shorter wheelbase. You can get the longer wheelbase for it in the longer cab, like a taller cab. But this one has a tall cab, and so I kept it on the shorter wheelbase because I prefer the maneuverability. I think if you get into the bigger truck, once again, it gets a little bit harder to handle. And now that we're pulling doubles, usually you see when people have doubles, they do have a shorter cab truck. They don't, for some reason, maybe just for length restrictions, they don't do like big long cab trucks on doubles. Usually you see a short truck or even just a day cab pulling doubles. Going north towards Farmington. That would be Kyle's hometown for those of you that know Kyle the Goat Man. He's in Colorado now, but he was born and raised in Farmington, New Mexico. You haul food grade liquid out of California a lot. There you go. So let's get this semi underway. Man, all 600 horsepower are kicking in. It is funny how some of the trucks in the ETS2 have way more horsepower than the American trucks do. That's probably a realistic thing, too. Don't know. Not a trucker.
It could be possibly, but I don't know.
Do. All right, 65. Moving on up to 70. And it's still night, so we're missing all the beautiful scenery. True that. Twitch Reaper. What's good? I don't know. The truck is good. I'm actually, it's not good. I'm mad that I can't. I'm trying to find a rest stop so we can get over to daytime so that everybody can see where we're going, because it's pretty scenery through here, and instead we're just driving at night so we can barely see outlines of mountains. It would be a lot better if I could find a place to stop, but we just aren't passing any rest stops. So, whatever. We'll get there. We'll pass something at some point, or the sun will come up and we'll just keep going. I have, but it doesn't matter because if it's not along the route, it doesn't really matter. Like I said, we'll come across something and then we'll see it on the map. It'll come up on the GPS. I'm kind of stuck over in this lane. I can't get past this guy on my right. There's a guy sitting on the right under my right side here, and I can't get over. So. Well, I'm already going 65, so that'll help because that'll make the other traffic slow down a bit. Are we gonna lose the lane here? No. Okay, good. Yeah, we'll find something. Okay, now it's down to 55. There we go. What are you gonna learn? What you gonna learn, Jonathan? John Terran. And that's not even your name. I know your real name. People have too many names. So you drove the southern part of Germany and Austria. Wait, where are you now, Chuck? Are you in Finland? Sweden? Going above 65 burn. Yeah, that's probably true in real life too. Most cars and trucks are set to go about 65 to 70. Somewhere around there is where their peak fuel efficiency is. But the problem is, well, oh, and I have an external contract, so I can't go over 65. That's why I'm stuck at 65. I'm like, why am I not going any faster? So I've got the limiter on. That was a really bad lane switch. Okay, we are stopping. Wow. Chuck is back just in time for MSC. That's right. So we're going to be starting up again. We're going to continue our MSC series. I am not going to start a new series here. I just got to check real quick. Is there sleep at this place? Nope. Dang it. So we're going to continue the series that we started last year. Because I don't think we ever even finished the car. So I'm like, man, we need to at least get the car finished. And oh, that's right. You're in Canada. That's right. That's right. Well, you know what? There's some pretty mountains in Canada. That's for sure. You got, like the area around Banff and stuff like that. Up by Montana, like the southern part of Canada by Montana there. It's beautiful. Those Cascades and Rockies, and it's pretty up there. Yeah, sometimes the gas stations have the sleep spots at them too, though, but that one didn't, so. Oh, well, we might have to complete the drive at night. They actually took away some of the sleeping points. Frustrating. Oh my gosh, -40. What? Yeah, that's right. Because we were all talking cold weather earlier, Chuck, and you've definitely won the lowest temperature. People were like, it's 15 degrees here. They need to fix the fake rest stops. Fix them. Oh, that's true. It's night there too, right? Reduce speed ahead to what? 60. Okay. 6 degrees Celsius. Yeah, I think we're here in England. We're at, well, the part of England I'm in, we're at 3. Could be colder though too. That was during the day. But we had the dog at the beach today. He was running around having fun, so. That's still frickin' freezing. Yeah, 15 degrees is balmy, right? You're like, I'm sorry, I yield. Greater Middlesbrough, so Teesside area. Or kind of by Saltburn by the Sea, that area. I'm here for 2 more weeks, and then I'm going home. Back to Ohio. I don't know how you can work outside. That's the contractors, guys that do electricity and stuff that work outside in like negative 20-degree weathers. I don't know how they do that, man. Yeah, I would have quit too. Been like, okay, have a great day. See you later. I can't do this. Yeah, on a UK map, yeah, pretty much. But it's funny because it really isn't. I mean, it's a busy place, you know. All along here, there's cities like every 5 miles. You got, you know, you got Mask and you got you know, Saltburn by the Sea and Redcar, Cleveland. You know, it's just, and of course, you know, Middlesbrough, Granger, like they're all. It's busy here. And everywhere you go, Geesboro, Loftus. Like everywhere you go, there's cities, or not cities, but like towns. You know, it's pretty. It's pretty country. The Cleveland Hills. It's funny to say that because I'm actually originally from Cleveland, Ohio, and then I'm in Cleveland, in England. Yep, Middlesbrough. Yep, and it's funny because it actually is Middlesbrough. I mean, it's not there. I guess they said whoever named it originally was a mistake. It was supposed to be Middlesbrough, like B-O-R-O, but they just, the way they said it or whatever, they ended up writing it Middlesbrough, like B-R-O-U-G-H, Middlesbrough, and that's how they pronounce it now. Here's our rest stop. I knew we'd find one. Like we're halfway there already, but it's already more. The sun's already coming up. Man, this is a small rest area. Oh boy. I think I missed where. Oh crap. Oh yeah, I know. I mean, I get my knees hurt just inside. Man, okay, we made the turn. Same as Edinburgh. Yeah, but isn't it spelled Edinburgh like B-O-R-O-U-G-H? Like Edinburgh is actually spelled out Edinburgh. Yeah, I missed the parking spot. There it is. Whereas Middlesbrough. Oh, it is. So it actually is bro. Never. Nope. All right. I don't know. I don't know enough about the topography of the area that I'm in. The geography. Hey, there's the trigger. All right, so we're going to stop right here for the night. Put it in neutral. And go to sleep. Let's get some daylight here. All right. Yeah, modern day frat boy, right? It's like here, like we'd pronounce it like mask. We'd pronounce it Maersk. You know, it's M-A-E-R-S-K, Maersk. I'm like, isn't it pronounced Maersk? They're like, nope, mask. I'm like, okay, if you say so. Is it Middlesbrough? They're like, nope, Middlesbrough. Redcar, that's easy. Saltburn, that's easy. Hopefully going to be going to Whitby next week to have some fish and chips. They said they have it there. They said they're going to be the best ever. It's not easy, Chuck. I think I got lucky in that I hit something with World of Tanks. I did reviews, and I had already had a little bit of a following because I had a couple videos where I reviewed some of these cheap, like Chinese RC helicopters. My channel would pop up more often because I had, like, one of the reviews that I did had like 30,000 plus views. And so because of that, my stats were a little bit better than people normally get. So it made my videos go up to the front before other people's would. So when I started doing the World of Tanks videos, my videos would come up pretty early in the list. And that helped my channel to grow pretty quickly. So it took maybe, but I've been at it for 5 years, or I'm sorry, 8 years, and I've only got 50,000 subs. You know, some people grow a lot faster than that, but yeah, obviously my content is this kind of stuff, so it's not quite you know, like super exciting material that people are going to sub to. So even Marlboro is originally pronounced Marlboro. That's funny. It's like when you go in the United States, Everest, they have the city. It's spelled Worcestershire. And you're like, hey, so how do you pronounce that? For somebody from Boston, I actually asked somebody. I was in Boston working. I said, you know, I should say Boston. That's how they pronounce it. But I said, how do you pronounce that? Like, is it Worcestershire? And the guy's like, oh no, it's Worcester. They pronounce it Worcester. Worcestershire, Worcester. That's so funny. You're like Worcester, yeah, Worcester. Oh, interesting. They were cooked in. Oh, good one, Cromwell. Batum. What part of New Mexico? We are headed to. Well, we're headed to Utah. We are leaving New Mexico now. Yeah. Yeah, no, not even Worcester. Well, maybe Worcester. Some people say Worcester, but the way that the guys were saying it to me was Wista, like how Everest spelled it out, Wister. Oh, Gloucester, yeah, Gloucester, right, Gloucester. Puyallup, Puyallup. Are you guys having fun? This is fun. Puyallup. Oh yeah. There was another city the Duquesne, like Port Duquesne or whatever, the Duquesne Bridge in Pennsylvania. That's like Ducance or something like that, spelled really weird. They pronounce it Duquesne. Like, well, that makes it easier. Scabra. So Everest, that makes me ask you, are you from the UK then? I'm assuming yes. Ooh, look at how this is like real. Look at the sky. It's so pretty. Nope, not from there. Okay. Pull your pants up. Been there often enough. Okay. Yep. Oh, we are headed out into the desert. Yeah. How are we doing? So we have fuel. We're good there. Yep, I got my double trailers. We have we own these trailers, so. I know. I get that over here. Simone's daughters are constantly, well, they're my daughters now too. My stepdaughters, they're constantly correcting me. They're like, that's not a sweater, it's a cardigan. I'm like, I don't really care what it is. It's a sweater. I'm like, listen, kids, in America, if you tell people it's a cardigan, half of them are going to be like, what's that? Like, you know, and then they shorten it, so they don't even call it a cardigan, they call it a cardi. They call a rope swing a tarzi. They call obviously chips are French fries are chips, and then potato chips are crisps. Everything's different. What do they call their swimsuits again? They got another name for swimsuits. Yeah, it's a button-up. Well, then that's what it is, right off. It's a button-up sweater, but we still call it a sweater. Yes, and they do open on the front. That is correct. Yep. But they even call it they even shorten it down more, so it's a cardi. Yeah, Reading. Yeah. Like the Reading Railroad. I love it. I love the interior. I hate the mirrors. I don't like the way it looks outside either. It's ugly as sin, but I love the interior. I love the fact that I can see the hood, and I love the gauges in here. It's, modern and yet old at the same time. Lori. I think there's 2 R's in Lori, isn't there? If you're talking about trucks. Yeah, it's a lorry, right? Like, what's a truck? Hey, happy birthday, Jeremy. Have a good dinner. We'll see you, man. They're just box trailers. I couldn't afford the reefers. Oh, don't go off the road. I ran over the curb back there. Yeah, these are... I've got my box trailer truck here. Those are my trailers. They have the aerodynamic like thing on them, but they don't have the... they don't have... Oh, hey, we're in Utah. Here we are. They don't have the refrigerator on them. Couldn't afford it. Kazi, that's what they call it. They call a swim. They call a swim, like a swimsuit, a kazi. Go figure. Rain boots are called wellies. I'm like, did you get your boots? And Mattel's like, they're called wellies. I'm like, I'm not English. I call them boots. A pull under, yeah. Well, they have little undershirts that they wear that they call a vest. It's like a little. It's almost like it's a noodle strap like a noodle strap shirt, like what girls wear spaghetti strap shirts. They wear those underneath stuff, and they call them vests. Oh, so Red Alpha likes the anthem. Okay. Oh, the Mac anthem. Okay. Huh, I'd be interested to try the Western. Are those mods, Loco Assassin? Oh, Wellington boots. That's what they're short for. Interesting. Okay. Yep, Utah, Arizona, Colorado, New Mexico. It's all worth going to if you guys ever get a chance to go out west. If you're not from the west and haven't been out there, it's worth seeing. It's gorgeous. We're in Bluff. You call a beanie in the South a toboggan that kills. Wait, what? Okay, so the folks in Idaho probably call it a toboggan, right? You guys call it a beanie? That's funny. Yeah, it's just funny because there's so many words that are different. The girls are like, that's not what you call it. I'm like, I don't really care what you call it. I'm from America, and you will be soon, too. Doesn't matter what you call it here because in a couple of years, you'll call it that, too. Yeah, this is pretty. So this is Bluff. I know I've been here through here before, but I think coming the other way. I haven't seen it going this way. Look at that. That's so pretty. Well, of course that one, yeah. It's football. Of course here now Moni, my wife, has a very she has a little bit of a Scottish ring to her accent. Like, it's mostly English, but then she'll say things like instead of, bone, she says bone, which is, that's a very Scottish thing, like bone or, moan. She's like, oh, it hurts my bones. But she's actually, more English sounding than some of the people around here, man. The accent is so heavy. I cannot understand it at all. I went to the barber's to get my hair cut the other day, and he was asking me questions, and I'm like, I'm trying my best to understand what the guy's asking me, but, it's a very strong accent in this area. I guess Newcastle's even worse. That's funny about Washington. Oh, yeah, no. So the Western Star is a mod. I'll have to check it out. The Australians love the Western Stars. They build them up and use them on their back roads, you know, with the triple trailer trains and stuff. So Newcastle. Yeah, yeah. Moni's neighbor has the accent. He's drunk all the time, so I can never understand what the guy said. He came over today. He's always dying of something and calling an ambulance. So today he's bleeding in the toilet. He's like, you know, he's probably got a hemorrhoid or something that burst, and he's like, I'm dying, call the ambulance. He's like knocking on the door, and I open the door, and I mean the alcohol. It's just like you can just smell it a mile. I'm like, oh, Mally, like what are you doing, dude? And he's like, I'm gonna die. We've been told like we can't work. I'm like, dude. And I told him to his face, I'm like, I'm gonna call the ambulance, but they're not gonna come out, dude. Like you've called them every day this week, like they're not coming out. They've told us that we're not allowed to call anymore. He's like, oh, all right. I'm like, well, I'll call them, but we'll come back and let you know what's happening. But they're probably gonna say they're not gonna call. Sure enough, they didn't come out. So, coming up from the pub. Yep. Yeah, they have a harsh accent, man. It's oh, that stinks. Okay, so stay away from those mods. All right. Yeah, I won't use them then. They need to be working for me to get into them, so. Like Chevy and GMC. Oh, wait, so they're made by the same company, really? Yeah, I didn't think they were related. I thought Freightliner was a completely different company than Western Star. I think we might have reached our destination. Let's take a look at our... Yep, we're almost there. We're on the southern end. Hey, have a good time, Bowden. Thanks so much for being here tonight, and we'll see you next time. Yeah, I would say, I mean, Everest, I got to be honest with you, watching the English TV and being here, I feel like the accent has changed. Like the what we think of as an English accent, the Downton Abbey accent, even though a lot of actors in Downton Abbey have that almost Scottish, and I think it's because they've blended with the Scottish people over the last 100 years. And so we're getting like an amalgamation of accents, and so the Scottish pronunciations are migrating into the English accent, because, like, I'd say it seems to me like half the country that and over half the people that I've met. Of course, I'm in the Northeast anyway, but they have the right. It's not a full Scottish accent, but it has a flavoring of Scottish in it, like saying bone. That's like, oh, my bones hurt. It's like, they're like, oh, it hurts me to the bone. It's like, bone. it's a Scottish, oh, me bones, So it is different, but I think that's why we're getting this. And it's like the whole North. Yeah, like the whole North is completely different than the rest. So there's like Southern English, and then there's Northern English. And on the TV shows and stuff, over half the actors have that accent. Yeah, Bowen. Yeah, Bowen. Yeah, so it's like interesting, like to watch, because we were watching. I think I don't know what it's like it's almost like it's like an emergency show, like where it's like a doctor program. I don't know what it's called. I don't remember the names of the shows she shows me, but literally half the people they have that different accent. And I've noticed too, like when I go back and watch Downton Abbey now, a lot of the actresses have that northern accent, and I'm like, wow, it's not really, it's Oh, interesting. Okay, all right. Yeah, because I think that you have that flavoring in there, and so it's interesting to see it change. Like I just I've grown up hearing English people speak, and the accent's very different than what I'm hearing over here. So there's Hole in the Rock. Look at that mountain. I love those big rock mountains. Like the size of the rocks on these mountains are huge. It's like the size of a city. It's big rock falls off the mountain. It's the size of Cleveland, Ohio. But anyway, so it's just an interesting thing. It's not a bad thing. It's just it's an amalgamation of accents that are kind of, it's becoming a new accent. Upper Peninsula, yeah. It's the Canadian Wisconsin accent. When Canada and Wisconsin collide. Oh, the rocks. Oh, like painted rocks or picture? Is it pictured rocks? Painted rocks, I think is what it's called, isn't it? Like you take the boat tour and it goes out from the Upper Peninsula. It goes out and they have those rocks where the waters kind of wash minerals onto the rocks and change them. They painted them colors. Look at that. That's so pretty. This is so pretty here. You said, "Oh, I'll show you a Canadian accent." You need to put "eh" in there at the end, like "eh." Pictured rocks. It is pictured rocks. Okay. Yeah, I've been there. I've been to Pictured Rocks as a kid. We went up to Michigan. We went up to Mackinac Island. We went across the Mackinac Bridge. Went to Sault Ste. Marie. Watched the boats. The boats in the going into the locks there, and and then we went to Pictured Rock and our Painted Rocks and our Pictured Rocks. Yeah, it was the American side. You get on the little boat. They tell you there's a paper mill in town there. They tell you that the paper mill gets buried under 18 feet of snow. But we really enjoyed it. It was a beautiful trip and gorgeous. We went to Sleeping Bear Dune over by Traverse City. Really toured the heck out of Michigan. All right, guys. Well, that was a good trip. A lot of fun. We made $13,000. That's more. I thought it was an $11,000 trip, so that wasn't too bad for a short trip like that. But I do need to go to bed now. It is 1:20 in the morning. Thank you so much for being here, guys. I really enjoyed that. We will be on again. Tomorrow is Friday, right? So I don't know exactly what's happening tomorrow night. Simone might be streaming her multiplayer, but anyway, we'll be back on again soon. So have a great night, guys, and I will see you next time. Thanks so much for being a part of the channel. It's nice having you guys. So we'll see you soon.